everything needs to be tied with suggestions and linkages, and it's true. Like we were having a bit of a discussion about, like, we are moving very slowly. We're a small group, and we have to keep that longevity in mind. Being slow but steady seems to be kind of where it's going. And it is 3 o'clock now.
Just a quick comment on George's. I think you were there. We talked about that before Christmas, before the GA started. And the idea I think you're putting forward is Occupy can be very positive.
It should be.
Yeah.
But it's intervention. Okay? Can people go to
It's a really
E and I were there
discussion.
hammering away on the cameras? We were there to help the community.
Yeah.
But we were intervening.
Well, and what tools do we have to have this conversation happen in a less compressed way than a 1 hour meeting or a 2 hour meeting on a Saturday afternoon, right?
Yeah,
So,
and have actually more discussion time.
yeah.
Which is again why I suggested, getting like-minded people together, rent, an affordable place, and then the Occupy is 24/7, 365. The idea of meeting on a particular place at a particular time. Pardon me?
That's not the spirit of Occupy. That would be a complete waste of resources.
All right, so that's
Perhaps.
the
That would be an excellent
conversation.
debate to have.
Yeah,
Because ultimately, I see this as a complete waste of my resources. I'm coming and, to interject very little, just, and get out of it very little.
We have like 5 minutes. And we have suggested a couple of things already. One is an online negotiation of what our principles are. I've suggested we have extra meetings after GAs. We start arranging so that after a GA there can just be like a discussion time for an hour, and we just start so we can have face-to-face conversations about this. It's going to take time, right? It's just going to take time. And this particular Occupy, I can see it growing very stops and starts. Yeah, it's not going to be an easy climb, just because of the nature of how we began. We began so late. We didn't have a camp to get everyone together. So it's going to. I think it's going to be different. But I wanted to interrupt because we have 2 minutes, and I also want to put on the thing. We need people in the committees. I think we need to bring it up as a. I would really want to bring it up at the next GA as an important. I don't know what it is exactly, an announcement or proposal, but we need to emphasize that people are not in committees.
Yeah.
We need them in those committees. That's
Maybe
the only way
maybe we
it's
just
going to grow.
need a meeting aid, right? A flip chart where we can write it all down, and people can see the list, and people can see how many names are not below some of those items.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
And I think we have people who don't come to GAs who still want to be involved, and that's one way to do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the majority, our we usually have maybe like 30 to 40 last week. Yeah, or so, and then there's approaching 100 people who want to be on the email list and get information. So a lot of people just.
That's why discussions cannot take place here.
I know,
They
discussions
must take
happen.
place in the committee.
Yeah. So that it can be broken down.
Or on that, or on off.
New people on the committees, and then get talked about your cell phone. Okay. So I'll put those online so people can go on there and comment on them and add as they will. And then I'll send out a little newsletter again. Sometimes.
be like a paragraph.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Who's from outreach here? The two of you guys and so on? Or three? Okay,
Not so much me.
Okay, what I need to know for the Professor Nadine, who doesn't know you're coming. He just knows that there's a couple of others coming, like myself and Hannah. What you want to do, so I can clear it with her.
Outreach had nominated Steve to talk, and so I think it'd be a good mix. Hannah, yourself, and Steve. Like that's just a good.
What I'm trying to say is the professor does not know this, and she's pretty strict there. Like if you show up with something different,
Yeah, we'll need to be in touch with her. And are you?
Okay, so you want to get in touch separately with her?
Well, no. Are you comfortable because you've been talking to her for the last?
It's probably better that way.
So how about you contact her and say there's a group of 3 of us.
But my question originally was, what are you guys going to do? So I can tell her.
Are we? Well, 3 people representing. She has a format that she wants, right? Are we capable of making a short media piece if people film their why occupies today? We don't have enough. First
Take a couple of days, right?
We could do that. Yeah, anyone want to explain why you occupy?
I'll do it before I leave.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll do that.
we'll have to go to the senior common room because the sound is terrible in here.
Okay.
You know what, I don't think we should have it for this. I think we shouldn't rush it. I mean, I think you should start the projects. But I don't think what we're gonna have to bring to on Wednesday is not gonna be very good. We just don't have the time of the people.
Yeah.
We're gonna be women here, you know?
Yeah.
So we'll just let Hannah and Roy deal with that aspect of it, and the rest of us will try to get downtown for the rally.
Well, okay, I don't want you to stop something that you were planning. Probably I need to know from her how long we've got. So if she says 45 minutes, oh God, I mean, sure. But she says 20 minutes.
It's like a 2-hour talk.
Well,
Yeah.
it sounds like you need to talk to her and see what she's good for.
Yeah, and I'll phone her, I won't use the email
I
then.
mean, I don't mind just going and chipping in and talking.
So you've got 3 people, right? You've got yourself and Hannah,
Yeah,
plus Steve. Those are your 3.
okay, if you want to, well, okay.
Yeah.
Extra person.
And this is, at what room?
This is Trent professor is doing a Occupy talk on February 1st and has invited
Us.
us and Occupy Toronto and, is that it?
Yeah.
Somebody from Ottawa?
That
Or
got
connection with
dropped.
Ottawa?
I got dropped.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not on the poster in Ottawa, but that, God knows who might be there.
Yeah. So she's doing it, she invited us, so we won't be able to. But we're focusing on Federation Park, February 1st at 1 p.m. There's a day of action on education that's happening. And so we want our bodies to be there.
I haven't seen much information about
Yeah, we're doing-
the Occupy Education one.
Mhm.
Maybe I just haven't, no, I haven't been looking. It hasn't hit me in the face.
It's been in the Arthur, it's been talked about at Fleming and Trent, but it hasn't been as much downtown, because it's
Right.
predominantly post-secondary, like that's their spin on it.
Well, I'd be willing to try and hook it to PCBS if
It's
you could
definitely,
point me.
it's on education. Yeah, okay.
or-
And should we be putting posters up to try to get bodies down there?
Let's do that let's do that. Yeah, okay, let's do that this week. Okay.
Because it is on Wednesday, right?
Yeah,
I would imagine the Trent Central Student Association spreading the word.
yeah,
Yeah, the word is out everywhere about Students' Day of Action, but not to go down and represent Occupy to protest.
Okay, the Occupy.
Yeah.
Is there an online place where people can get as up-to-date where everybody and the whole group is at?
we talked about that. There's stuff happening on the website though. There's the Facebook account, which we'd like to get away from, but we got a Facebook page, which events go up on. So anybody can access it, you don't need a Facebook account.
I hear, but if I take the significant effort and get online for an hour,
Yeah.
am I gonna find out everything that is going on, record
You can get to the
values, and-
minutes.
20 minutes, 15, George. But
The
you
minute- the minutes are all online.
Yeah, I'll get you a list of the resources online.
And the entire GA is put online too, the U format.
Okay.
That said, I would be willing to contribute at Trent if invited,
To what?
to
Be part of the group at Trent.
be part of the group at Trent.
Oh, I think we've got more than we need, George.
Yes.
I'm concerned that people are gonna be stopping at the door right now.
Yeah, this.
I just gotta find some more time, make sure I got.
Sure, you'll love it.
The other reason, yeah.
So, gavel meeting comes to full.
Yes, the conversation. Sputters.
I propose that we call this GA 4.5.